Good morning, students. I'm sure you all are hale and hearty. Today we'll be learning a grammar topic which is very easy, simple, yet very useful, as it helps to remove all the flaws in a piece of written work and makes it flawless. So this is the reason why it is useful for authors. Then it is also useful for editors. Journalists also often take help of it because they have to write columns or articles for newspapers, etc. And of course, it is useful for students like you all. That is why it is included in your syllabus. So today, we'll recapitulate and learn about how to edit a given passage. And I'm sure this topic is not new to all of you, as it is already done in 6th standard. Edit the passage is helpful to improve any piece of written work. It also helps to make the meaning of a sentence or a particular passage clearer, make sentences or passages more precise, and to make any piece of writing as effective as possible. Now you have paragraph writing, composition, essay writing, picture composition as a part of your syllabus. Now once you are through, and if you edit your written work once again, find out the errors, correct them. This particular exercise will definitely help you score more and of course make your writing more impressive undoubtedly. In formal language, editing is a stage of the writing process in which a writer or editor strives to improve a draft by correcting errors and making words and sentences clearer, more precise, and as effective as possible. To edit a passage, the grammatical errors have to be identified and then corrected, or in each line there may be a word missing and the correct word has to be filled. So there are two ways of editing a passage. One, by finding out the grammatical errors and correcting it. And the second way is to fill in with a word which is missing from each line. Now the first way of editing a passage you all have already done in 6th standard. That means to identify an error in a given line and correcting it. Now the second type, that is to fill the correct word from the place where it is missing. This will be something new for all of you to learn this time. Now before you edit a passage, there are a few things that you all have to remember while editing a passage. Let us discuss these points to remember. The important points to remember before we edit a passage are: always read the entire passage first because it gives you two advantages. The first one being that it gives you an idea about the passage, what the passage is trying to convey. Secondly, it will also help you identify the tense in which the passage is written. The next point also emphasizes on check the tense form in the very first sentence of the given passage, because the tense of the passage should remain the same. So once you have identified the tense of the passage, make sure that all the changes are according to it. Major area to focus on is parts of speech like verbs, adverbs, adjectives, preposition, conjunction. Here I mean to say is that the errors may be related to, most of the time, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, preposition and conjunctions. The error can be related to subject-verb agreement, according to which if the subject is singular, the verb should also be singular and vice versa. For example, singular subjects like he, she, it always take is after them, and plural subjects you, we, they always take "are" after them. Moving on to the next point to remember, usually the errors are related to pronouns or articles. Now you may find errors related to pronouns used incorrectly or articles used incorrectly. You may find "an" you placed before a word beginning with a consonant sound, and you may find "a" placed before a word beginning with a vowel sound. There may be an error related to nouns like noun number. Noun number means singular, plural, and gender. Sometimes a line may also have a spelling error. Now let us take up a passage as an example. Read the passage below. Each sentence has an error. Identify the error and write the correct word against it. Now, if you remember the first point to remember, it says that read the entire paragraph first. So let us read. Last month, me had the chance to visit my aunt's house in Canada. My father accompanies me at this trip. We reached Canada on the 1st of June. This was the first time I traveled through air. I found ourselves in a different world altogether. Now, if you see towards right of the passage, there are two columns that I've made. One is to write the errors and the second one to write the corrections done. Now, let's go back to the passage. The first line itself indicates that the passage is in past tense. Had is the word in the first line that tells the tense of the entire passage. Now, the error in the first sentence is me. As you can see, I've already highlighted the errors in red color. So why me is an error? Because me is an objective pronoun, and objective pronouns usually come at the end of the sentence. They cannot be used in place of a subject. So me will be replaced by I. So I've written me under the column error and I under the column correction. Let's move on to the second line. To visit mine aunt's house in. Now mine is again an error related to pronoun. Mine is a possessive pronoun. Possessive pronouns are never used before a noun. It always has to be a possessive adjective. So my is a possessive adjective. So mine we'll write under the column error and my we will write under the column correction. Let's move on to the third line. Canada, my father accompanies. Now why have I highlighted accompanies as an error? Because I told you in the beginning of the passage that the passage should be in past tense. So accompanies we'll write under error and replace it with a past form of the verb, that is accompanied. Accompanied we'll write under the column correction. Let's move on to the fourth line. Me at this trip, we reached Canada. Now at is a preposition which is used incorrectly here. At should be replaced with on. So write at under error and on under correction. On the 1st of June, this was the first. Now this line is correct, so there is no error. Let's move on to the second last line. Time I traveled through air. Now if you go back to the beginning of this sentence, that is the fifth line, it is this was the first time I traveled through air. That means this particular action is already completed. Now whenever an action got completed in the past tense, we must use past perfect. So traveled is the error which will be written under the error column and it should be replaced by had traveled, which is the past perfect form of the same verb. Now comes the last line. I found ourself in a different world altogether. Now ourself is an incorrect word. Actually, it is ourselves, but here it is one person who's talking about. So ourself is not the correct pronoun. It should be replaced with myself. So that's all about this passage. Let's go on to another example. Let us take up another example. Read the following passage. One word is missing in each line. Write the missing word along with the word that comes before and the word that comes after it. Now this is the passage. As I read the passage, you will observe there is a slash in each line. This slash indicates the place where the word is missing. So you have to insert a word at this place. Sandstone is slash common sedimentary rock. It is made slash particles of sand that slash cemented together. It mostly contains quartz grains, sandstone slash B, yellow, brown, red or pink colored, slash red fort in New Delhi is slash of sandstone. Now you can see three headings towards the right of the passage. They are before, missing and after. So you have to write the word before the missing word, the word after the missing word and the missing word. So let's go ahead. I'll read the first line. Sandstone is slash common sedimentary. Now there can only be an article at this place in the first line. So the answer is, the missing word is a. Sandstone is a common sedimentary rock. It is made slash particles of sand. Now made is always followed by of. So it will be, it is made of particles of sand. Let's move on to the third line. That slash cemented together. It mostly. Now slash here should have a verb. Now if you have observed in the first line, the tense of the passage is present tense. So here there has to be a verb in present tense and it should be plural because particles in the second line indicate is a plural subject. So which verb will you insert which is plural and of present tense? It is only are. So the third line will read like this, that are cemented together. Let's move on to the fourth line. It mostly contains quartz grain, sandstone slash B. Sandstone insert can be yellow, brown, red or pink colored. Slash red fort. Now red fort is a proper noun, and if you try and recollect the rules related to articles, the definite article the is placed before famous buildings. So Red Fort is a famous building. So what is the missing word here in the second last line? The. So the Red Fort, the last line is in New Delhi is dash of sandstone. So what is Red Fort? What is the relationship between Red Fort and sandstone? That Red Fort is made of sandstone. The missing word is made. Now children, with this we come to the end of this topic, edit the passage. I am sure that you all have understood, and in case you have any doubts, please jot them down and I will definitely try and clear your doubts. Now I will be also sending a worksheet based on edit the passage. Please make sure that as and when you get time, you solve that worksheet in your last year's grammar notebook. And if you have a new one, please start the new English grammar notebook. And also do take good care of yourself.